Hello, good morning, and welcome back to another episode in Montana. So, if you are paying attention, you can see we are $208,000 lighter just about now. I have just placed an order for a planter because it's April and we are gonna start putting some corn in the ground. We have skipped March completely. There was nothing really to do. Which goes to show, when you are doing arable farming, there are periods of time that you don't really have anything much to do, which is good because you can sort out your equipment in the meantime that the cherry tree is blossoming. Beautiful. And yeah, so another thing I'm gonna have to get is, and I'm gonna order that over the phone, is I'm gonna have to get some more seed. Because if we go right here, and this place looks different, doesn't it? When we came here, me and Mr. Tembiers, we parked camper van over there, at that big tree at the back. And all this was just grassland. In any case, the seed and fertilizer situation is as follows. We have about 6 pallets of fertilizer, even though they are not full. And we have 1 poor pallet of seeds, so I'm definitely ordering some more. Considering the smaller equipment, I'm not gonna sell it. Not just yet, because the smaller fields will still require that kind of equipment instead of the huge trailed one. So give me a second so I order the seed. Okay, so that's another $10,000 invested in seed. We are down to $347,000, which will change because we are gonna get some whiskey sold. It's been stockpiling for 2 months, so the stock should be quite nice. And it's gonna bring some money back into the bank account. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna use the John Deere to get the planter back to the farm. I can leave this open. It's nice and toasty for spring. But yeah, I don't really see the point of driving this huge monster on the road if I can use my John Deere and do the same even faster. So let me jump in. This one hasn't been used in a while. Okay, and while I'm on my way, I will call Mr. Tembiers and ask him to join me with his trailer so he can actually bring the seed back to the farm. Mr. Tembiers, can you hear me by any chance?
I got you.
Hello, kind sir. So I have ordered 8 pallets of seed and they're already waiting at the shop. Could you possibly go and load them and bring them back to the main yard?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. And I have also invested in a big planter. So I'm taking my... Yeah?
Big old planter, huh? Uh-oh.
Yeah. I think it's 12 meter wide, so should be quite an upgrade. In any case, I'm taking the John Deere there because I don't want to go with the case on the road, if I can avoid it.
Yeah, I'm heading out in the tractor now. I got the trailer hooked up, heading that way.
Perfect. Then I'll meet you at the shop. Okay, so considering it's already been paid for and it's just an implement, I suppose it's already waiting. And I think it is. Look at that. This one was also an option before we actually purchased that case. That deal was really too much to skip, but yeah, this one was also an option. So basically you tow it like a trailer while you go on the road, and then you put it on the 3-point hitch at the back to actually use it. You know, which is a pretty good setup. This is also a good seeder, but it only takes seed. You can't fertilize it at the same time. So yeah, there's a lot of options. So basically I went this route at the moment, even though I had been looking at some even bigger drills. Because, you know, when you have a separate seed and fertilizer tank and then you tow the drill head behind, it's like a huge setup. I think Welker farms use that kind of setup. You move it out of the way so Mr. Tambier is gonna be able to load it. But you know what, maybe even I can help him. Yeah, I think I'm gonna offer him help with the telehandler, because I know they have it here and it's actually free to use for the customers. And I just, you know, want to be here for him when he comes. So John, what do you think?
That looks good from here.
It's a brand new piece of kit. Anyway, I wanted to offer you, if you need help with the loading, I can take the telehandler. Or would you like to do it yourself?
Don't matter. Quicker too, but it wouldn't take too awful long to get it.
Alright. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go to the farm and prep everything up for loading. If that's fine with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'll see you at the main yard. Okay, and away we go. Country roads take me home. Yeah, such a beautiful day to be putting corn in the ground. Now I have been looking at these two fields. These are still not mined, and I am kind of eyeing them to, you know, get them into the fleet, but we definitely have this one, which I hope we'll be able to plant in today. I haven't really checked, you know. It should be plant ready. This one definitely is. This one is also not ours. But yeah, when we were deciding to get a new field, I actually consulted with Mr. Tambiers. He said that he likes square fields, so I obliged him. Field number 57. That's the one that got a lime on. Is actually pretty much square. Rectangle for that. Oh no. I bumped into the fence. Okay, so before I do anything else, I will unhook this here. I'm gonna put the case on the drill, and I'm gonna leave the engine running so it actually warms up, you know, the engine's gotta be warm and toasty so it doesn't get too much wear and tear. Or none at all, preferably. And then I'm gonna quickly jump into my spaceship, or no, it's a race car, the telehandler, and I'm gonna put the fertilizer in. We have quite a lot of fertilizer here, so it should last us for the while. But if it doesn't, I'm gonna likely ask Mr. Tembiers to go and get some more. And yeah, I've been thinking at the end of the previous episode, I've done the quote-unquote new kind of time-lapse. And I am thinking I'm gonna do the regular kind of one today. So you can actually see how this beast behaves in the field. I think that should be interesting for you. At least I hope. Okay, and this is the fertilizer hopper. Let's open the big gates. And not too long ago, this was like the highlight of the farm, huh? Okay, so let's go from top down. Gotta be very careful I don't bump into anything. While this is loading, let me see something. Okay, so this is the fertilizer hopper and this is the seed hopper. I believe I'm right. Yeah, I think this is the correct way to load it. If not, I'll be honest, I did not read the manual. Who could blame me? Not a lot of men do. Oh, yeah. Here's hoping that it's right. Oh, and I've seen through the window the Mr. Tembiers arrived. Hey there, John. I've seen you through the window.
Yeah, pulling around here now.
Alright. I'm loading fertilizer at the moment. So if you could just keep clear of the gates, please.
Yeah, I'm back here.
Yeah, so this planter cost us $208,000. I hope
Is that all?
it. Yeah, plus seed and fertilizer, you know.
I think I had that in my front pocket.
Okay, I guess to get some more in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have enough fertilizer to do all 3 fields, but if not, I'm gonna politely ask you to go get some more.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, just keep in mind I got that over in my shop too. That's just sitting there.
Yeah, sure, you can bring that over before we buy anything new. But considering we have now 3 big fields to put corn in, I think we're gonna use quite a lot. Okay, so I'm picking up the last 2 pallets of fertilizer here. And I still have a tiny bit of seed here, so I'm gonna put that in, and that's gonna clear the whole stock here. Let me see how full it is. Looks like it got plenty of space still. Okay, so how did you think you could position yourself for loading?
I don't know. It's an awful big trailer to maneuver over here.
Yeah, I'm thinking of pulling the case in reverse and to 90 degrees. So there's more space for you.
That should be good right there.
All right. Can you reverse a bit? So I can reach the seed from this side.
Getting ready to fall off over here. It's just moving all on its own.
Funny seed. Jumping beans, eh? Mexican jumping beans or whatever that is.
I got one hooked on the side. Now
Yeah, I
it's loose.
see, I see. Okay. Okay, this is fine. And I have to pick that up. Yeah, because I don't think the John Deere can reach over this bin. Or maybe it could, I don't know. Don't want to risk it. Okay, it's full. Alright, I'm gonna leave this here and I'm gonna go into the field. And... yep. Let's check how it looks like from this side. I think it looks pretty good, man. Right. So I think I'm gonna start on this side today. And I think I'm gonna set the GPS to 3 headlands. Okay, this was unnecessary. I should have taken another route. Yeah, so let me try and set up the GPS before I do anything else. Let's go with 3. Better with 3. Even though that is gonna make some pretty small rows, but pretty short rows. Should we go with 2? Oh, let's go with 2. Be under steering assist. Okay. Okay, let's start the drill. And I think it's working. John, looking at the fertilizer consumption, we are definitely gonna need a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah, I've just done a small pass and it took 2% out of the hopper. So for that case, I'm gonna order... How much fertilizer do you still have at the farm? At your homestead? Hey John, do you...
Step away, be right back.
Yeah, sure, sure. Okay, well, while we wait for Mr. Tembiers to come back, I'm gonna ask him to check, or if he can make the assumption that he could actually fit that fertilizer auger over this one, because that would be perfect. You know what I mean? He has that tender, I don't know what it's called, but it's basically an auger wagon for fertilizer and seed and stuff like that. And if that can fit over this, that would be perfect. But I kinda doubt it. Kinda doubt it because it's quite wide at the back and you can't get close to it. In any case, let me do that time lapse I promised you. So everybody, this is the last pass of this field. Yeah, so it's 2 p.m. Again, quite a lot of time has passed. These are much bigger fields than they seem to be. But the planter is behaving especially nicely. In any case, I'm gonna do both other fields off screen because I believe this is gonna be a way too long video if I keep recording everything. So yeah, it's basically gonna be the same, you know. I ain't gonna show you the loading with the from Mr. 10 Beers. He already got that tender and fertilizer ready. He had some at his homestead, so we didn't have to buy anything, not yet. But we are gonna have to buy some more, I believe. If not now, for next season, definitely. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, the planting season 2026 is over. Nah, just kidding. It's not. It's actually quite far from over. So do I want to bother going around? I think I do. As far as I know, corn doesn't need to be rolled, so there is nothing to do on that side. Tram lines should be put in automatically by the GPS. But I do think we're gonna have to spray for weeds. Not sure about that, we have to see, but yeah. So this on the right is the next field that's gonna get done, and then we have this small field, small, quote unquote, still a few acres. And after that, we are gonna put the equipment away. Alright, John, I'm coming over. How do I position myself?
I will have to look at that when you get here.
Okay, just behind your tender.
I just kind of pull right on up beside me, or right up about where I'm at, and I'll see if I can't back in there.
Okay. Would you extend the pipe first, so we see what we're dealing with?
It goes straight up.
It goes straight out. Okay. Good.
Yeah, we'll try that right there.
Okay. So the fertilizer is the first one. There are two hoppers. Let me show you. So basically this one that has the longer flap or a longer cover, this is the fertilizer one, and the seed one is the short one at the back. Okay, there's plenty of clearance on top. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna reach, man. Because you're already at the cedar part.
Alright, I tell you what, go ahead, unhook your tractor and pull forward, and I'll come in at an angle right across behind you.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That should let me get in there pretty easy.
Yep. Next time I will try to fold up the cedar part. You know, so it's neatly next to the trailer bit. Okay, it's filling. It's doing something.
Yeah, it's going straight on the ground, but...
No, I can see it coming in.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
You're out?
I shouldn't be. It still shows I got 28% left.
Okay, there's this space in here, so just move a bit. Can you move the pipe? And no, it's fixed.
Yeah, it's fixed.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, we gotta find a better solution for this. Yeah, that might be a better approach. And just lift your front loader up so it goes over the cedar part. You're gonna go that far. Things we have to deal with, eh?
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work either.
Yeah, you have plenty of space still, so you have about 2 meters in front. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going, and stop. Are we there yet?
No, we ain't there yet.
No, let's... Shoot.
Hmm.
Do you think you could reach with the backhoe? Because I have enough to start, you know, doing something on the field, and if we backhoe or the front loader also goes pretty high. So I don't know, if we put the fertilizer on the ground and then scoop it up. Okay, let me give it some more space.
We'll get fertilizer in that sucker one way or the other.
If not the nice way, the hard way. Yeah, I think there's around 3,700 liters in, so it should last me for a while. In the meantime, we can come up with a plan that's gonna work.
I just go get the backhoe and bring it down and...
Okay. Yeah, but take it easy, man. I'm gonna start planting and we'll see how far I get. I got about 10% less fertilizer in than I had on the smaller field. I'm not gonna make it all the way around. Not by a long shot. Right, so let me set up steering assist. This. Oh. I thought the steering assist was taking over and I just ran in a circle. Alrighty, let's go. There's gonna be quite a lot of overlap on this side, and look at that. The ground looks completely different behind from what we have before, because we have quite a lot of organic matter in the other field, and this one seems to be sucking up fertilizer like a madman. I like that phrase. I don't know if you noticed. In any case, yeah, I'm gonna skip until we start loading again with Mr. Tambiers. That's kind of the interesting part, it seems. Yeah, so everybody, we're trying a different approach. The backhoe comes to the rescue yet again.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yep, yep. It's going in. JCB saves the day. Gotta send a thank you letter and a crate of whiskey.
Yeah.
What kind of a bucket do you have? That's like you have tons and
No,
tons of fertilizer in.
no, it's going in slow. There it is.
All right.
I couldn't dump it all the way full blast. I was afraid to.
Yeah, it was quite tight.
That was like 2,000 liters there, I think.
Yeah, actually filled up pretty nicely. Perfect.
I think there's another load or another bucket or two over there still. So
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need it because this field eats up fertilizer like crazy. But I guess that just means we're gonna have a stupid big yield from this. Hopes. I hope. I just wanted to say what the difference is, what contrast from the field that has lime on it. On this side, looks like snowy lands, and like dark brown, almost black soil on that side. I mean, perfect. Pretty happy with it. Right, so I'm still in this field. It's a doozy and it's a big one. Mr. Tembiers is already waiting for me with JCB and fertilizer, because again, running pretty tight on it. Okay, John, same as before.
yeah, that little far, that right there should be good.
Okay. Okay. Good enough. Otherwise you're gonna bend the stairs. Who needs the stairs? Some fresh fertilizer. Alright. I am guessing I'm gonna need another load because it uses around 500 liters per pass. Ooh, that's deep.
Yeah, yeah, I was worried about how steep that was when I pulled around. I'll go get what's left laying over there is all there is. So,
Okay.
but I got in the barn still.
Okay. So if you need me to order some, let me know. Call the store. But I think we're already on the headland. Because I programmed 2 headlands in. Okay, I'm thinking this is gonna be good enough for the headland. At least the first one. Now I need to kind of find the second one, because I don't have a display here that would tell me where to position myself. But I'm thinking something like this. Hey, look at that. Spot on. So this is basically gonna clean up most of the unseeded parts here. There are gonna be a few strips left like that. I really am not gonna bother with this, even though I do know some of you are gonna have a bad time looking at it. And you know, you can see it quite well because it's white. And another one there. Well, what do we say in this case? There's nothing we can do. Just gonna have to suffer through it. So yeah, this field is coming to an end, and then I have that field in front to do. And I'm just gonna do that offline. Yeah, it's getting pretty late. It's already 6 p.m. So, you know, it hasn't been an easy day. Now I think this headland is somewhere around here, if I'm not mistaken. Will you correct me? You know what? I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna go to the outermost one. Because, you know, the field is not exactly made to measure for this drill. And this is why I probably have a strip left. But it's better to go like this. Put it down. And then I'm gonna fix anything that's left behind. I don't really know if there is anything left behind. No, actually it fits perfectly together. Beautiful. I like a glove. Okay, I think this is gonna be the final stretch of this field. Just gotta position the drill properly so it covers everything. And then to the next one, and it's already 7 p.m. so yeah, this is taking very long. I might have overextended. I might. No, it's still in question, but I might have overextended the size of the fields that we have. I'm not accepting any responsibility. In any way, Mr. Tembiers is already waiting for me at the bottom, so I'm gonna open up the flap. I'm gonna load the fertilizer and I'm gonna jump straight across onto the next field. And of course do that offline. And we'll see you at the end. Okay, everybody, I had a glitch in my camera again. Gonna have to fix that. But yeah, I have finished that field. Mr. Tembiers has refilled the fertilizer to 3,000 liters. And now I am going to set this up. The guidance steering. And indeed, this is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Okay, and we continue into the night. So yeah, you know, I've been thinking this is going for way too long. I'm gonna finish this off screen. So thank you all for watching. This did made me think about getting a bigger drill yet again. But yeah, we have the tractor that could pull it 625 horsepower without any issues, I believe. Is that you, Mr. Tembiers?
Yeah. Yeah.
I noticed someone was following me. Yeah, the final pass. So how's it looking from that side, that angle?
It looks tough.
You mean tough in the equipment and stuff, or does it look tough to drive?
Tough like you don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I always said the machine that puts pavement on the ground, the asphalt, That's something you don't want to collide with. And I guess this is kind of the same. Yeah, so everybody, coming to an end. It's 9:30 p.m. I only washed this down and I'm gonna unload it tomorrow and take the corn away. We used nearly half of the capacity, 43% to be exact, probably 44 by the end of this field. But we used quite a lot of fertilizer. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind next time. We gotta stock up on the fertilizer much more, and we gotta do it on the corn, the seed wise. Okay, let's fold her up for the road. Put a beacon on just in case, even though this is basically a back road and there shouldn't be any people driving here. Yeah, let's go. Fuel situation, we are just under half a tank. Everything else seems to be working pretty good. Set the cruise control. I don't want to have my foot on the pedal all the time. But I am expecting we're gonna get a tremendous amount of corn off of these 3 fields. So yeah, thinking about renting another combine when the harvest time comes and getting some more people to join the harvest. I don't know, gonna have to see how that unfolds. But yeah, this is getting too much for the 2 of us, basically. Or we get bigger equipment, you know, that's that's always the answer. So basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm only gonna wash the equipment down and I'm gonna park it in the big barn. Yeah, it's kind of funny, you know, how you have to have names for different buildings at the end of the day. You know, we have this, which is now considered the old barn.
Mr. Paso, I'm gonna have to hop out of here.
Yeah, sure, Mr. Tembiers. I'm backing up as I speak. Just gonna wash it down and park it, and that's it.
Alrighty, well I got a minute here. I can wait.
I just came here to the pressure washer station. Yeah. So since this has been such a long day, I have decided I'm gonna keep the fertilizer and the seed in the hoppers. I'm gonna unload next time.
Alrighty. Yeah, I left that big trailer over with the seeds on it, so if you want to put them away, you can, or I'll get it tomorrow morning or something.
Yeah, I'll just put them under cover so they're not in the wet, because there is rain forecasted in about an hour or so.
I didn't even notice that, or I'd have stuck it in the new barn while I was over there.
Yeah. I was just saying that it's funny how you have to have different names for equipment, you know. I mean, for buildings, because we had the big barn that's now basically the old barn.
Yeah.
And we have a new big barn.
Yeah. New barn, the old barn, and the middle barn, and the garage.
Yeah. Well, the middle one, I like to call that a U barn because it's U-shaped. Very distinct.
Roger that.
Yeah, we're gonna mess up that all the time, so don't worry.
No, we'll get it. We'll have it.
Yeah.
Already memorized.
Yeah, so everybody watching this still, thank you all for watching. This has been quite a day. and join us next time when we continue the adventure. So yeah, everybody take care and goodbye.
Later.